This video is going to show you how to complete page 14 out of your math book. Page 14 out of your math book is a continuation off of page 13 from your math book. So you're going to rely on page 13 for a lot of your information to help you answer the questions on page 14. Okay? So letter C says, at what distance in the race would it be better to be on team B than team A? Explain. Okay, so you're analyzing these two teams right here, and we're saying that at what distance, so what point in the race, would it be better to be on team B? So when is team B ahead of team A? What distance would it be? So let's see, after 1 hour they're only 2.5 miles. After 1 hour they're 4 miles away. So you know what? That's good. They're beating them. Right here, they've only gone 5 miles in 2 hours. They've gone 6 miles in 2 hours. So yeah, they're still beating them. After 3 hours, they're going 7.5. They've gone 7.5 miles. They've gone 8. Okay, so they're still beating them. After 4 hours, they're going 10. They've gone 10 miles. After 4 hours, they've gone 10 miles. So you know what? If the race is fewer than 10 miles, then team B is faster. But you'll see that these guys they caught up. Okay, so that's all right here. If the race were fewer than 10 miles, then team B is faster. So yeah, again, if you're like, oh, okay, the race stops here. The race is only 8 miles long. Well, then obviously team B would win, okay, because they're behind. But then if you're like, oh, the race is 10 miles long, they're tied. So if the race was fewer than 10 miles, then team B would be winning. And that's why, assuming you want to be on the winning team, okay? Letter D, sorry. If the members on each team walked for 10 hours, how far would each member walk on each team? Let's look. So it said it was the team members walked for 10 hours. So don't look at the 10 distance. No, it's 10 hours. And I don't see the 10 hours on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to just kind of continue the pattern here until I see 10 hours, okay? So for this one, so 8, oops, that's not, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I wrote that. 7 is after 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and remember that the unit rate was 2.5, so I had to multiply by 2.5. Okay, and honestly, am I even concerned about all these other values? No, because it's asking us exactly 10 hours, so I didn't really need to write all that, but I think I might need those later on. I don't remember. So 10 times 2.5. Is 25. So that corresponding y value is 25. So after 10 hours, they would have gone 25 miles. Okay, these guys right here. This one does not have that consistent unit. It doesn't have a consistent unit rate. So I'm gonna have to continue the pattern here. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So each time it looked like for each hour after that hour they just added 2 miles onto it. So 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. So this team, their distance was 22 miles. Okay. So to answer the question, we just answer the question. If each team member, or if they walked for 10 hours, how far would each member walk? So team A was, that's his team, 25 miles. And then team B, .2 miles. Okay. All right. Will there always be a winning team no matter what the length of the course? Why or why not? Well, are they ever tied? You know, technically there's no winner if it's a tie because they're both winners. So I saw that the tie was right here. if that race were only 10 miles long, it'd end in a tie. So then that would take each team 4 hours to go 10 miles. So that's what our answer would be. So will there always be a winning team? Nope. If the race was only 10 miles long, there would be a tie. It would take each, sorry. That didn't help. Take each. How long to do that? 4 hours to go 10 miles. That would be a tie. Okay. If the race is 12 miles long, which team should you choose to be on if you wish to win? Why would you choose this team? So let's see. They're saying that the race was 12 miles long. Do I see any 12-mile distances? That's distance, so do I see 12 miles? Oh, so it's about, like, it's between there. 12 miles right here. So let's think of this, okay? It took this team, Team B, 5 hours to go 12 miles. It took this team right here 5 hours to go 12 and a half miles. So who was ahead? Think about it. After 5 hours, they were only at 12 miles. After 5 hours, they were already at 12 and a half miles. So they were faster, okay? So if you want to win, you'd be on Team A, okay? So Team A, because they would finish faster. Well, I wonder how long it would take them to go 12 miles. Do I have 12 miles on here? No, I don't, but you know what? We can totally figure it out. I'm going to smash a little 12 in there. And remember the relationship right here? To go from 1 to 2.5, we multiplied by 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5. So to get this value right here, we got to multiply by that value by 2.5. But since we don't have this value, you got to go 12 divided by 2.5. And 12 divided by 2.5 is 4 8/10. So it only took them 4 8/10 of an hour to go 12 miles. It took them 5 hours to go 12 miles. So they're in the lead. Sorry, so Team A, because they would finish faster, they'd finish in 4 8/10 hours compared to Team B, who would finish in 5 hours. How much sooner would you finish on that team compared to the other team? So Team A finished in 4 8/10 hours. Team B finished that race in 5 hours. How much sooner was this one than this one? It was, well, 5 minus 4 8/10 should be 2/10. Yep. So 2/10 of an hour. Okay, so that might be a little bit confusing. 2/10 of an hour. I would just have to go 2/10 of an hour. How many minutes are in an hour? 60 minutes. And so 2/10 times 60 is 12 minutes. Faster. Okay, bye.